Hello, how's it going, everybody? So today we're going to be working on stretching for flexibility and to release tension. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. So what we're going to be starting with is some stretching for the chest. So this is called this is called a T exercise. So what you're going to do is start with your hands like you're holding two saucers out in front of you, and then you're going to, with your thumbs pointed backwards, pinch your shoulder blades together, pushing your chest forward. You should feel a stretch across your chest right in here. So it's pushing out with your chest and back with your arms, and then relax. So this is an active stretch where we're being, instead of holding the stretch, we're constantly in motion. Going out and then relax, going through that full range of motion. This is a great movement-based exercise to help warm up the muscles. As you get more comfortable with it, it might be you get to here and you're like, oh, I can't go any further. That's okay. You want to go as far as you can as you do it. Should let you go a little bit further out to the sides as you go. Doing about 10 of these. Warming up the muscles in your shoulder and also relieving some of that. It's actually stretching your biceps, or not biceps, pectoral tendon right here in your shoulder. All right, so now I'm going to drop this down a little bit. You're going to need a chair for the next stretch. We're going to be stretching the front of the shoulder, so the bicep, the anterior deltoid, and the pec. Let me just rotate this a little bit. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. All right, so for this next one, you're going to need a chair. So you could also use a desk or a counter if you have it. So again, we're stretching these muscles in the front of the shoulder. So you're going to grab onto that chair, and then from here, you're going to kneel down. So you're actually dropping your entire shoulder till you feel that stretch in the front. Let me just adjust my mic a little bit. So again, stretching that front of the shoulder, holding for 30 seconds. This one commonly is pretty tight for people. So if you're up here and feel that stretch, that's okay. If you can, try and drop down to where you feel that stretch in the front of your shoulder, holding for 30. If you have any questions, let me know. Some of you might feel this more down into the arm, in the crook of your elbow. That just means you're feeling that bicep stretch. We're stretching a lot of the muscles in the front of your shoulder. And relax. And pulling across. How you all doing today? So now what we're going to do, you're going to bring your arm across your body, hugging in towards your chest. We're actually stretching the muscles in the back of the shoulder, that entire posterior side of the shoulder. Pulling over and across your body. You should feel it in this straight arm. Holding for about 20 to 30 seconds on this one. You might feel it right between your shoulder blades. This is a great one, especially if you have a lot of tension back there. So the thing you want to avoid is don't let your shoulder come up. Keep that shoulder down and away from your ear. You can even take this hand and put it on top of your shoulder to help hold it down. Because especially if you've got a lot of tension there, those muscles will pull your shoulder towards your ear. So you want to keep that down so you're stretching into that shoulder blade. And then same thing on the other side. Bring your arm across your body, hugging into your chest, and then pushing down on that shoulder to keep it down away from your ear. You can feel it's tighter on this side for me than my left. I think that's because I use the right arm more, especially using the mouse or the computer. Let me go ahead and just gonna shift this up a little bit. And now we're going to stretch the muscles in the back of your arm. These are your tricep muscles. So what you're going to do, you're going to put your hand right between your shoulders. And then with the other hand, gently push up on that elbow, feeling a stretch right back here in the back of your arm and that tricep. If you need to, you can come all the way around if you're flexible enough, but if you feel a stretch here, holding it, just hold it right where you feel that stretch. There should be no pain, only a little bit of tension. I'm going to try just a little bit further. I feel a little more flexible in this one today. Only go to where you feel tension though. We actually want no pain in this. We want to help relieve that tension, not cause more of it down the road. And same thing on the other side. Reaching around, patting yourself on the back, grabbing that elbow, and gently pulling back till you feel a stretch along that tricep. This one actually goes from your elbow all the way into your shoulder blade. Holding that stretch. I don't know what emoji that is. Is that a high five? Not sure. And then relax. All right, so now we're going to do a little bit more for these muscles right here between the shoulder blades. What you're going to do, I'm going to move back just a little bit so you can see me. You're going to put one hand over the top of the other. We're going to push your hands out to the front and tuck your chin down towards your chest. Feeling a stretch right between your shoulder blades, right in here. These are the rhomboids and the middle traps. Feeling that right in there. You might get to here and you feel like you can't get your head any lower. That's okay. Try and bring your head as low as you can though. Pushing out to the front and hold that stretch. If you have any questions, let me know in chat. I'll get to them as quickly as I can. I always love to hear questions though. Or comments if something's like, oh man, that worked really well, or what you feel tight in that area, let me know. You can always do more for a particular muscle group too. So now we're going to, let's see, we just stretched this. Now we're going to actually move down to the lower body. So I'm going to move the camera just a little bit. So I recommend something you can hang on to, like a wall or a door frame. What you're going to do, we're going to stretch the muscles in the quads, which run right in the front of the hip down to through the kneecap. So what you're going to do is you're going to reach around, grab your ankle, and then bring your foot up to your back, feeling a stretch right here in the top of your leg. Grabbing that ankle, pulling up till you feel a stretch. Now, if you can't quite reach your foot, you can always grab a towel and wrap it. Let me see if I have an example actually. You can take a towel or a band or something, wrap it around, and then use that instead. That works just fine. So reaching around, grabbing, pulling up to the back. Breathing as you do it. Man, that is real tight for me today. It's tight for you guys? This one, I don't know why. It's just sometimes, some days it gets especially tight, so I have to make sure to stretch it every day. I think it's because I did legs yesterday. Did a lot of squats, and I'm feeling a little tighter today because of that. And same thing on the other side. Using the wall for support, grabbing onto your ankle, pulling up to the back. Now, if you don't feel comfortable doing this standing, you can always do this laying on your side. It's going to be the same thing. Just reaching around, grabbing that ankle, pulling it up to the back. This is a great stretch to do, especially if you've been doing squats or lunges. I know Romanian deadlift is very popular right now. It's a great stretch to do after that one. So now what we're going to do is stretch the levator, which runs right from in your neck. You don't think that's a great stretch, really? I mean, it's a pretty practical stretch for your quads, though. So now we're going to stretch your levator, which runs from your spine up here into your shoulder blades. So what you're going to do is put your hand on top of your shoulder, and then from here you're going to turn away and look down towards your pocket. You should feel a stretch right here in your neck going down and into the shoulder blade. So we put the hand here to lock that shoulder blade so it can't move, holding that stretch. And same thing on the other side, putting your hand on top of your shoulder so it's not going to go anywhere. Turn and then look down towards your pocket till you feel a stretch in that same side that has the hand on the shoulder. All right, so we're going to stay with the shoulders. We're going to stretch these traps up here. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your hand, put it over the top of your head, and then 2 fingers on each side of your ear. From here, you're going to gently tip your head towards the side till you feel a stretch along those traps, feeling along the top of that shoulder in. So it should feel like a gentle stretch. You don't really want to pull hard on your head doing this. Just gentle stretch into those traps. Think about standing straight and tall as you do it too. Holding that stretch just where you feel light tension but no pain. And then same thing on the other side, 2 fingers on either side of your ear, and then gently tipping your head to the other side, standing straight and tall, feeling the stretching your traps along the top of your neck, top of the neck and the shoulder. Now, if you want a little bit more intensive a stretch, we're going to do that next. Again, all these should feel relaxing, but if you can't quite get your stretching to your traps on that one, what we're going to do so this is a stretch for your traps and your lats. So you're going to stand with your feet about shoulder width apart. From here, you're going to reach around, grab the side of your knee, and then the other side of your knee, crossing your arms. Now from here, you're going to stand up straight and tall, feeling a stretch in your upper back. You should feel this in the top of your shoulders and in your lats. Might go all the way down to your lower back. Holding that stretch for 30 seconds. And relax. Oh no, your head's stuck in that position? I would back off a little bit from that stretch then. If you're going too far, you feel like, oh man, it's you don't want to go to the point where you're actually hurting yourself to do it. So just back off, just a very gentle stretch on that. Just take it easy a little bit. Don't really crank on your neck doing that. So now we're going to stretch the wrists. So we're going to start by stretching these muscles in here. Now, important on this one, don't think your neck just shifted, hopefully in a good way. Again, don't crank on your neck too hard on these. Nice gentle stretching. None of these should be painful. Same thing with this one. Don't really yank on your fingers. You're just going to grab right at the base of your fingers and gently pull back, keeping your elbows straight. Now remember, don't really try and twist your fingers back. Just go to gently to where you feel a stretch right in here on your forearm. Pulling back with that other hand and holding that stretch. Oh, your neck snapped back into place. That's awesome. I'm so glad to hear it. That is the worst when you feel like your neck shifted a little bit. There's a lot of muscles that attach in at that spine. And go ahead and change hands. Bringing your other hand right at the base of your fingers, gently pulling back till you feel a stretch in that wrist. All the way down the forearm. These muscles attach into the hand and then down into this forearm. Yeah, I know chiropractors are great things, or a great profession. Sometimes they'll go back in place. Sometimes, though, you need some extra help to get it there. Gently holding that stretch. It's one of the reasons I like stretching, because especially in the neck, sometimes there can be a lot of tension there. And so relieving that tension can let the bones be in the right place. And now we're going to stretch the muscles on the top of the forearm. I'm going to move just a little bit back so I can get in the right position. So you're going to put your fingers down at the floor, and then with the other hand, gently pull back on the wrist till you feel a stretch in the top of the forearm. Holding that stretch. Now again, don't crank on this one. It's a gentle stretch. You can always play with it a little bit to adjust your elbow to see where you get the best stretch. And same thing on the other side, pointing your hand down towards the ground, gently pulling back on your wrist till you feel that stretch on the top of your forearm. Like this one, so you use our hands so much, sometimes you don't realize how much tension you have in your hands till you go to stretch them, and then how much relief that can be. I know I do not stretch hands enough. Oh. All right. Well, thank you for being here, everybody. Hopefully you feel a little more relaxed, a little more energized, and I hope to see you guys next time. If you have any stretch you want that I didn't cover here, or an area of like, oh, my shoulder, my knee, my hip, front of the hip maybe, let me know in the comments, and I will see what I can do for the next time. Take care. Bye-bye.